Hello and welcome to the MHG podcast. As usual, life can be a little bit miserable, life can be a little bit dark, so we are here to bring you as much light and as much joy as we possibly can. Once again, I'm Bradley. I'm joined for the third time of the third week. Stu, how you doing, Stu?
Oh, you're trying to make that 3 happen. It's not going to happen.
I'm just teasing it.
Just to tease.
I don't know what you're on about.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, 3 is the magic number.
We don't want to disappoint you.
No.
But there's nothing disappointing about you being on the show, Stu.
No, I'm always the highlight. It has to be said.
Indeed. Anyway, yeah, it's like obviously the reason we go saying about this. For anyone who doesn't know, as we are recording, last night was the Game Awards. And just to recap, Claire Obscure swept the board. There was a couple of outliers that not even worth talking about in detail. Some game I've never heard of won the fan votes, a free-to-play thingy, and Battlefield won audio. And obviously Claire Obscure can't win Best Sports Cross Racing Game yet, anyway. So, but yeah, apart from that, it won everything that was even major. Best writing, best performance for Jennifer English as my L, best soundtrack, best visual design, game of the year. Just like, honestly, you feel that if they did run the Oscars that night, it probably would have won the Oscars as well. It was on such a roll. It won BBC Sports Personality of the Year. Bizarrely, do you know what the best thing about the night was?
What?
So, right, they won absolutely everything. They punched Donald Trump in the face and took his FIFA Peace Prize away. That's how much they won.
God, if that actually happened, that would be like the greatest moment in history.
Oh, it would. It would be like everything else is done. This will win Game of the Year every year. Bizarrely, we had a show that didn't have a Peace Prize. Didn't need it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
But you know the weird thing about Claire Obscure is how the fandom calls it Expedition 33. And I think, right, now this is a bit of a reach, but I'm going with it. I think that it's because people don't want to say the word Claire. I think it's misogyny. I honestly do.
Really?
Genuinely.
I've not noticed that. I've seen it called, literally, people will sometimes refer to it as the entire thing, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. I've heard it shortened to E33, Expedition 33, Claire Obscure, that French game. I've not really heard that one. But, I mean, there probably is some misogynists out there that don't want to refer to it as Claire.
Yeah, I think also a little bit of it might just be that it's French, you know, and it's a French word, and they don't want to sound stupid saying it wrong. But yeah, one or the other. They just want to stick with what they're comfortable with. But anyway, that was a bit of a diversion.
They just want to go, come on, Claire, answer the question, Claire. Which no one understands that reference because hardly anyone remembers the film Go.
Oh, yeah, God, I haven't... I saw that at the cinema, and I've only seen it once since. That's all I've seen of it.
My worst... I still stand by this prediction after watching that film. And I'll die on this hill, even though, we 20, nearly 30 years later, and it's still not happened. The guy from Grey Jill who's in it, playing the British lad in Go, he's set for megastar.
Yeah, I think that ship might have sailed by now.
No, he's still happening.
That sausage on a fork might already have flown. Yeah.
But I will say, though, Timothy Olyphant did go to megastardom.
He did, and the woman from it, she wasn't in a lot. She was in Day of the Dead, the remake. But she went on to be a producer and director. Yeah.
And it had like Breckenmeyer in it and things like that as well. It had a really good cast actually, like good sort of like not quite famous, loads of famous people in it, but sort of like a decent cast of actors, including multi-Oscar winner guy from Grey Jill.
As he should have been. He's been robbed.
But Timothy Olyphant in that, he's played good guys in stuff, but I always see him as that villainous type. He played villainous so well. Yeah. Anyway, that's a weird aside over the way people might pronounce Claire.
It is, but I like it.
Yeah. But anyway, most people tuned into the Game Awards because a lot of people were like, well, Claire Obscure's going to win everything, even if I've never played it or don't like it. It's just going to win. Most people were tuning in for the game announcements because there was a few people who was expecting the big one. And unfortunately, the big one didn't happen. Even though Capcom came across the screen, it wasn't for Dino Crisis.
Boo, what a disappointment. That's not fair, is it?
Oh, I know. It was a new Mega Man.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, for me, the opening bit they done with that, with like the gameplay footage, looked like that Mighty Number 9. It just screamed Mighty Number 9.
It really does.
No, it won't be because it's Mega Man and it's Capcom, so it will be good. But it is just the way like the first gameplay part of that made it look like, and that's not coming out for a 2027.
Yeah, another couple of years, really.
Why reveal a Mega Man game? I'm not saying games are easy to make, but if you're going to reveal something as almost like one of the big reveals, and it's a 2D platformer, 2 years away.
I know. It feels like one of those. Oh, we've let it rot for decades. We really need to like throw a bone to the fans, but that should have applied to so many more Capcom games before this one.
Yeah, I think Jeff wanted it.
Must have done.
On Jeff, though, actually, very briefly, I know we mock him, but this is actually quite sincere. His father passed earlier in the year, and he opened the show. He said, like, he was talking about his dad, like, it'd been a tough year. He'd lost his home in the fires and everything at the start of the year. And his dad passed a couple of months ago, but apparently his dad always sat in the audience, and so he was talking about how much his dad meant to him and everything, and they left an empty seat next to his mum who was in the audience tonight for him. But you almost saw, slight walking in, almost saw that Jeff is human, because his voice was starting to crack, he was struggling to hold it together, and it was like... It was like such a lovely moment. You see how much his dad meant to him and everything like that. And it's just like no one. I hate like whenever you lose someone close to you to then have to front up sometimes like that. He's always hard, and I thought fair play for him for sort of being able to give that tribute to his dad and everything. And it was like just want to say that I think like. Anyone who could talk about something like that in public, I think is very, very brave. So fair play to Jeff there.
Yeah, fair enough.
But not fair play to Jeff for the amount of bloody teases that went on through that show, including there was one for Control 2, which had a nice rise and shine thing going on that looked like it could have been Half-Life, but you could tell it wasn't Half-Life 3. But it was like, oh, that's a nod, wink, wink, isn't it? I say, there you go. Then there was, on the screen, there was another one that came up, like some footage of something that was like a first person thing that was set in like in an area. It could be sci-fi. There's this weapon you haven't seen before. Maybe it's, oh, this could be you. They often try new things. Then this 3 comes up on the screen. Is this it? No, it's Forest 3. Never heard. I mean, I think I have heard of the Forest. I think. I didn't know there was a second one, but apparently there's a third one. And it was like, well, that's another. That they know. They know. And even the intro to Mega Man was kind of like, oh, hang on, this could be... It's almost like a 90s feel to it. Late 90s, early 2000s feel going on here. Could this be it? No, it was Mega Man. And then, but just going about sort of like, something like there's something no one's ever experienced. And then and then finally just went, we've got this theme from the ex-Titanfall devs that's basically Titanfall on horses, which looked a bit crap and it's free to play, and that's their big end of show reveal. And it was just like, you were teasing that throughout.
Titanfall on horses, now that is a take, but yeah, just...
It looked crap. It looks like it's going to be cancelled a week after it releases, kind of thing.
Yeah. So, I should probably say, for the avoidance of doubt, we've been talking about Half-Life 3.
Yes.
For most of the last 10 minutes. I want that game as much as anybody. I really do. But I think, probably a little less than a lot of people, because I played Half-Life Alyx in VR.
Yeah.
And, I think that's kind of assuaged my desperation a little bit. Whereas for a lot of people who've not bothered with it and don't want to, it's like, it's been 25 years or whatever, So I understand the desperation.
I don't even care if it's rubbish. I just want it to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with it. I really don't. And I'm not done with it, because part of the fun is it not coming out.
Yeah.
So
that's the meme.
yeah, I don't know what's happening. We did get one mega reveal though, which kind of doesn't make up for it, but I think, yeah, okay, that could have been the showstopper at the end. Basically, a third in the series, I suppose, completes the trilogy of the Old Republic games.
Yeah,
Fallen Knights or Fallen Order of the Republic or something it's called. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's from the original guy who was involved with the first two games, and I believe Mass Effect and stuff like that. So what you are going to get, even though I don't think it's BioWare themselves, it's original people all involved. And I've just decided that this 2026 is the year I'm going to actually go through Mass Effect properly. I've always dabbled in each one without playing it properly. But the one thing you do know about Mass Effect is the writing in those games are outstanding, as they are in Knights of the Old Republic and everything. So yeah, we've got to work out a new way of saying a game in the Star Wars universe as another cinnamon. Cinnamon? No, what's not a cinnamon? What's the one with you do the letters? And it's like the initials, and it makes like KOTOR and... Acronym, yeah.
Yeah, they'll have a good one for it, I'm sure. What was it?
FOTOR or something, I don't know.
FOTOR.
But yeah, it's looking forward to that, I think. That's probably 2027, 28, 29, 30, something like that anyway. In which case we'll be living in some kind of Sith hellscape.
Yeah. Well, not much will have changed, but we'll live underwater.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Talking of living underwater and Game Awards, we don't just know what's coming out. We've been playing some of what's out, Stu.
We have. But what have we been playing?
Well, I will go first.
Video games, I meant. Yeah.
Yes. So first one, I've been on. So this is it, right? This year has been absolutely amazing. Last year we focused on a couple of duds, and I thought, do you know what? Let's focus on another dud, shall we? This is a remaster though. And did you ever play the Sacred games back in the day?
No, never have.
No. So they are action RPG, hack and slashy type things with some Diablo type thing, but more RPG, maybe. I don't know. I played them and thought they was alright. So there's a remaster of Sacred 2. Give it a go. Well, I enjoyed the first game from what I can remember. Some quality of life updates, some nicer graphics maybe. Could be fine, you'd think, wouldn't you? Nah, it's not very good at all. It's just, it kept crashing on me, for which there's, I can't accept that as much these days. Can't accept it. With a game that's already out and you're remastering it. Just, even if you wanted to put it out again, just make sure it works for a start.
Yeah, pretty low bar.
Yeah. It's got to go back into the memory bank for this one, but it feels like bits are missing. One of the things I would have liked them to have improved was the UI. I'm very big on, we've learned as a race, a species, of we need to improve UI. We're not in the 90s anymore, where it's just if it's in there, it's in there. So that is just no improvement. It's still cumbersome to go round. It needs updating for modern systems, and they've not bothered with it. So yeah, that's poor. It's full of bugs. Feels like it hasn't been quality tested at all, and it's just like, well, let's do it and get it out there. What's really frustrating with these are the sort of games that almost give credence to the just let AI do it. And no one wants that, because if that's the effort that a human team is putting in, why bother? Just go with the AI app scaling and have at it. Why bother with the Resident Evil 2 remake that is spectacular because people are going to do this instead. By the way, from the Game Awards, Tomb Raider Quest for Atlantis is a remake of, get the Resident Evil 2 style remake of the original Tomb Raider. Oh, maybe. Don't know.
Yeah.
Have to have a look.
Cool.
But yeah, it's been sort of again, it's all just quality of life stuff this game is missing, which in a way makes it worse. And camera movements are off. Now, obviously, I'm playing on a Steam Deck, so I was willing to forgive them on this. The keybinds just don't feel right on it. But again, the excuse isn't there. It's not what I would usually garner as these are the keybinds that I'm having issues with because it's a Steam Deck. I've done all the things that I usually do, like how I like to have my WASD keys and my mouse control, what I like my left trackpad to do for picking up quick actions and stuff like that, how I use my back. I've done all that as I usually do, and it just didn't work with the game at all. It doesn't allow you proper rebinding certain parts as well. So the camera's really weird in it, and I tried to rebind that to something else so it felt that bit easier to work. Didn't work. Just loads of problems, missing stuff, and it's just generally a really poor game. Which is a shame because the original game is pretty good and this just isn't very good. Now it is only out for about 16, 17 quid, which is fine if you're going to do a remaster. But this could have just been Sacred 2 re-release, not remaster. I don't know what they've done here. THQ Nordic, I think, have got a pretty decent track record of looking over stuff. This just, I don't know what they've done.
God, it really sounds like they've gone, right, I'm fed up spending any money on this, just dump it out there.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, they've got the license and they've asked the team how it's going and they're dragging their heels. It's like trying to get a teenager out of bed. They just got sod it. It's going, whether you're ready or not, it's going. No, you can wear that.
Yeah.
It's come out. Not many improvements, but it stinks of Lynx Africa.
Yeah. Oh dear. Does your son wear that?
I don't know if he even wears deodorant. It's dirty, horrible thing. Probably. I still wear Lynx Africa because I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, I used to work for the company who made it, and they
Lynx?
made a lot of money off that. Yeah.
Are they not General Motors? Are they? They are part of the major thing that own everything. Unilever.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're one of the Illuminati.
Well, I wish I would. I'd have more money than I've got.
Yeah. Talking of which, it's very good one. Let you go on to your game. I was finally caught up on the final episodes of Brassic, Sky TV's original comedy thing.
Yeah.
And they're talking about needing to get hold of something, and he goes, I need to get hold, I can speak to my underground network of porn barons and stuff like that. And she turns around and calls them, the Illuminasty. And I just really like that. It was just a really cool throwaway line, but it tickled me. the Illuminasty of underground porn people.
That's really good. Yeah, I like that one.
Good show.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that one out. To be honest, I'll have to do that.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. The ending was. I watched the ending last night, and it's as bad as some other TV show endings. Apparently, it's just.
Dear.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird ending. Like they didn't want to end it, but were told like you're ending, and they went, "Oh, okay."
Bummer. Is it that going to be the only series then? Is it?
Oh no, it's like 7 series long.
Oh, I see. That was the last one of the last ever series. Got you.
Yes.
Right.
And it just it fell into that thing of people just don't know how to end stuff properly. So anyway, it's worth the journey's better than the destination easily worth watching. Watch it, it's good.
Right, fair play. I will do.
Cool. Now I'm assuming you haven't been playing Brassic. Well, you have, but
I don't play it being Brassic.
I just Brassic,
Yeah. No, I've been playing a game called Routine, which is a first-person puzzle adventure, I guess you'd call it. It's kind of a cross between a walk 'em up, like a walking sim, and put a slight puzzle game kind of thing, and little tiny bits of action spattered in and amongst it. And the basic theory is that you wake up or kind of taken to a lunar base where you are a IT professional. So
Busman's holiday, isn't it?
Busman's holiday, story of my life, basically. And you're been sent to like help debug some stuff at the place that's going wrong, and you get in there and you immediately find that A, it's deserted, and B, everything has gone wrong. So pretty much like everything with technology and AI, it all buggers up pretty much sooner rather than later. And you've got to navigate around and solve these mysteries by solving puzzles. And it's done in very much a kind of Alien Isolation kind of vein. It's not as tense, because nothing is. I literally soiled myself several times whilst playing that game, and this didn't have quite that level of immersion. But
I went, oh, that's scary. On Alien Isolation, so
that's the highest praise you can give, because you're never frightened.
No, I'm not going to go to space, so it doesn't scare me.
No, exactly. You just can't put yourself in those xenomorphic shoes.
No.
And you're going around, and you primarily do your interaction using this machine. Like it's shaped like a gun. It's kind of a gun-shaped object, but it's more like a barcoder or something like you used to use when you were working in the supermarkets and retail and stuff. And it's multifunctional, and you can do things like connect to their Wi-Fi. You can fire these little electronic blasts that overcharge and override certain electrical systems.
Okay, just like working in a supermarket.
Like working in a supermarket, and so it's kind of a multi-use device. You can use it to do other things as well as the game goes on. It kind of, because it has modules that can be added, and you use those. But it's very much as you'd expect in terms of the types of scares. The atmosphere is really dark and dingy. It's got this wonderful kind of broken down feel. Also, it's set in a kind of alternate 90s. So the UI of everything is very like, Windows XP, or even, Windows like 3.1 or Windows 2000 sort of thing.
Early Mac is definitely the aesthetic, I think.
Yeah.
From somebody who used that as a designer, it's early Mac, like Mac 5 or something like that. But
Right. That's even better. Even more spot on, which is great. Because it's used as part of the gameplay. It's not just, it is an aesthetic choice, but it's also a gameplay choice, because the way that you interact, the time that you have to wait for a response, the kind of responses that you're given by the computers, all of those things are part of the experience as well, which is very cleverly done. I really appreciated that. The visuals are excellent. They are really, really good. In the same sort of way of Alien Isolation, they use a few key effects and stylistic choices to make it look like it's punching way above its weight. It's got some just fantastic use of lighting, darkness and shading. It's all pre-canned, it's not it's not ray traced or anything, but it just looks excellent, and it gives you really, and there are places where the lighting is blown out and you don't see very well, and there are where it's completely dark and you've just got like a dim bulb in the far distance, that you're going towards, and all of these things are used like a horror film to just add to the tension and the atmosphere. Very, very clever. And the sort of second pillar of the scary / horror vibe is the robots. So the security robots have gone wrong, haywire, and they're coming after you, and you can't defeat them. You can stun them temporarily with overcharging them with electricity blasts, but you can't defeat them, and they're just going to keep coming, and they are really, really horrible. You've got this, they're kind of white on the outside like human skin. They're not like, they're anthropomorphic, they're kind of androidy, but they're not, so they're still roboty, but they've got a human colour, and then underneath they've got like a red colour, so it looks like a decomposing human body, even though that it's a robot. And the way that they move and the way that they grab you is really chilling. The puzzles are sort of well designed. They're not difficult. They're Resident Evil sort of standard. The benchmark is, can Stu do them? And if Stu can do them, then they're not difficult. They're difficult for me, but they're not difficult for normal human beings. So it's not a particularly... what's kind of clever, though, is that they're very environmental.
Yeah.
So it's not kind of like, you have to twist this many times, or you have to enter this many codes. There are things like that as well, but a lot of it is environmental. It's like, where is this thing that needs to activate this thing? But that also drives you around the level and gets you to explore and find out different things that you'll need later on. And you see things in the background or in your peripheral vision that you're like, right, I know that's probably going to come in handy, or it's going to be an obstacle or whatever. I've got pretty much nothing but praise for the game. It's really, really excellent. It's not too long either. It's taken me, I've not finished yet, but it's taken me quite a few hours, but an intelligent person will probably do it within about 5 hours or 6 hours or something. It's really, really good, dripping with atmosphere, beautifully designed. The gameplay, it's one of those that it'll never get like 10s across the board, because the gameplay is methodical and slow and full of atmosphere, and it's more about how it impacts you rather than how it plays necessarily. It's very story based, atmosphere and story driven, but it's really, really excellent. It's because it's not my kind of game. It's probably not going to land in my top 10 of the year, but that's only because it's not my kind of game, and there are 10 games that have, there's about 20 that are competing for the top 10. But I think for a lot of people, it'll probably end up in their top 10 because it really is that good.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've started it, and I just found it more frustrating than anything, personally. Now, I don't care if games handhold, and I'm glad this doesn't handhold. It kind of like drops you in, and you're meant to be confused, and I like that as a good mechanic. The problem I had so far is a lot of just fumbling around in the dark, in many aspects. You go in areas and it's pitch black, and I get why it's meant to be like that to a degree, because it feels abandoned and it's meant to raise tension and stuff like that. But if you're gonna have that, you need, I felt, some slightly better, maybe this is an accessibility thing that can be turned on, but some slightly better environmental guidance. I came to a couple of bits where I just got there and I was just like, well, I can't see where I'm meant to be going. It's just pitch black. And like the menus and everything for changing settings are just atrocious if you're not playing mouse and keyboard for a start. So this could be a Steam Deck thing. I don't know. But yeah, I just found it very frustrating. And everything you've said about other parts of it is spot on. It's absolutely spot on. But the problem is, I don't think I'm going to enjoy them because it's doing a lot to raise tension and a lot to raise being a game about being scared. And I'm going into it going, I've been here for ages now, I'm frustrated, I just want to move on. Whereas again, you look at Alien Isolation, it's not a dark game, it's a very well lit game. And that is so tense. Again, I don't get scared by it, but I felt the tension of Alien Isolation. And again, the environmental guidance within that game was absolute perfection. You knew where you had to go. The goal was, how do you get there and survive? Whereas this, I felt myself, fumbling around a bit more. And that kind of frustrated me rather than added to the scares. But everything you said about it, I see that. I really do see that. It didn't work for me.
Yeah, and quid pro quo, I actually agree with everything you said as well. I mean, one of the things I always do with these sorts of games is, like, I cheat constantly. Like, I look stuff up online because I just can't do them otherwise. And, I joke about my intelligence, but the thing is that I have very poor directional skills.
Yes.
And the game doesn't have a map. Unless there's a button for it and I didn't find it, that'd be hilarious. But it doesn't have a map. You have to, part of the experience is checking every single space. But the problem with any game that does that is that I quite easily get lost. I just don't have a sense of direction that works very well in video game environments. It's okay, I don't get completely lost, but I have absolutely no compunction about looking stuff up about how to do it, because I'm just like, combined with not having good spatial awareness in video games, and the way that the tasks are laid out, I never would have found that. Like, literally never would have found it. So I've got no problem. So I think I've probably glossed over that a bit in my part of the review. I definitely did have to cheat on occasions to find... I've done that with Claire Obscure. I will turn around and go, I played it on the easiest setting and it was the most amazing thing ever. Whereas someone else, I'll be quite like, I get it. Someone might turn around and say, but to get the most out, you've got to play it easy. That's not how I play games, and I get that. So I don't think you've glossed over it, but because you found your enjoyment from it, and despite these things, I think it's okay for. This is where I think different opinions are great. That you can gloss over certain things, whereas I just go, no, that's a deal breaker for me, and I think that's absolutely fine. Yes, and it is, as you alluded to. It's basically an accessibility nightmare.
Yeah.
They really should either make it accessible up the wazoo and add loads and loads of accessibility features. Like the Prime one, you've got no idea that the robots are coming for you unless you hear them.
Yeah.
It totally relies on sound for that. It shouldn't. There should be features in there, like you should have a flash in the direction they're coming from on your screen or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, they should either go and redo all the accessibility features and add them in, or they should have a warning at the beginning that says this game is not playable if you have these issues or something along those lines, because it does block you from a lot of things. Vision, like you said, audio issues, all sorts. It's very much baked into the game, and they should acknowledge that, really.
No, totally agree with you. I must say, I agree, but don't want to finish on a downer with this game, because you are right. It is a very, very good game. I can sense that, which is why I'm still trying to push on with it, because it is a very, very good game. But atmosphere, it is second, I think, only to Alien Isolation for that setting.
Yeah, it's done it beautifully. If the things that we've talked about sort of put you off, I'd say watch a playthrough of it. If you never intend to buy it, you'll really enjoy watching a playthrough, I think, because it's not vastly long, and and it is quite cinematic. So yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, from me, it's definitely a cautious thumbs up. But yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, no, good. I'm glad you enjoy it. And I said it's. I know my takes on don't give me horror because I think it's just all right.
Nah, fair play, fair play.
Now put me in a room with a sort of like angry 9-year-old redhead, then that's fearful. Okay, that's real fear. That would be a terrifying game.
That is terror. Yes.
Yeah, I don't mean the dull Chucky either. But yeah, that is fear. Aliens, stuff like whatever. 10 a penny.
But your own daughter, that's real
Well, especially when she's on one in the morning because something's looked at her wrong. I don't know. It was a tough morning.
Oh dear.
Anyway, moving on. You a historical person, Stu?
Not really. No.
Don't care about history?
I do. I'm rubbish at it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, if you're rubbish at it, this you might think, well, this is historically accurate. Clearly.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been playing Bonaparte, I'll get this title right, a Mechanized Revolution. Now, as we all know, right, Napoleon Bonaparte is famous for mechs. We all know this.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
I remember that from history.
Yeah,
of course I
of
do.
course. It's why feudal Japan ate, giant enemy crabs. Totally accurate. So, yeah. This is, a Bonaparte, I keep getting, it's a Mechanized Revolution. I just keep calling it Bonaparte, so if I do, I'm just going to call it Bonaparte because that's what I like calling it. And it's a turn-based strategy game where everything's kind of mechanical in nature. It's a weird aesthetic choice for a game that doesn't really need it, and I'll come to that in a bit because it's one of those you move through the world and you kind of do it as normal, and then you come up against enemies, and then it goes into this turn-based tactical thing. And I like that. I really like that as a game concept. This does it well. I think Company of Heroes did it really, really well. Mario and Rabbids, I thought, did it really well as an entry-level type thing as well. Does XCOM do it? Is XCOM one where you can walk normally and then you get battles, or is it just purely turn-based battles? I might be thinking of something completely different. But I like that thing. And what this also has is this overworld where you kind of choose where you want to go, like almost like a Civilization type thing, and then you go into that smaller bit and you go, now we're going to have these battles, and it's got loads of different mechanics in there that actually work together really well to create this thing that is both video game, historical story type theme, but also feels like it could work as a board game as well. And it sounds like it's a mishmash that shouldn't all work, but it does in many ways. The turn-based stuff is really good, so it's all like you've got your grid that you're on, and then you can move certain amount of spaces with action points. You can do different types of attacks. You can flank. You can get two teams working together to take out enemies, and it can all go very, 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 very wrong very quickly. And then you learn, you repeat, etc., etc. It's a really, really well put together game. And one that I would just say that if you like turn-based tactics with a dash of grand strategy and 4K, 4X rather, in it, then I honestly think this is a really good one you can pick up. It's definitely not like the best of each of its genres, but it's good in each thing that it does. Now, the main, I don't even want to say issue, the thing about it is I really, really expected there to be more focus on the alternate history and the mechanical side of it to really sort of like do things. And whilst it's a nice aesthetic choice, I don't think it does anything for the gameplay. So you could have taken out the mechanical aspect and just had it as historically accurate, and you still would have had a game of equal quality to what it was. You could have taken out Napoleon and had something completely made up, set in today's world or a future world, and you still have the same game, enjoyable wise, all that kind of thing. I don't know. The idea of rewriting history and using that as just a base, I get it, but I would like to see them lean more into it. And it would, I think, take what is a really, really, really good and fun game into a you've got to play this type of game. And it's not quite at that level. But if you pick it up or you're into these games, you're going to have a great time with it. But yeah, it just needs to lean more or lean further away from what it actually was in terms of ideas.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, it looks okay. It looks like it looks a little basic, but the kind of artwork is good. But yeah, I think you need to kind of really lean into that aesthetic if you're gonna make it like heavily part of your game experience, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have released 2 different games in different worlds, and it would have been good. It's tough. I'd say I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. I've not finished it yet, and I am enjoying it. But yeah, it's I couldn't get over that feeling going, where's this gonna matter? And that's not something you always want, which is a shame for a game that is fun. That's the most important thing. It is fun. But it could have been anything else, and it still would have been fun. So again, I'll use maybe something like Clair Obscur as an example. Clair Obscur couldn't have been anything other than that story with that soundtrack to make that game. You couldn't just go, right, if we take that out and put that in, it doesn't work. It's the gravitas of everything that's in there that makes that work. And again, we're going from sort of like 20 out of 10 to a good solid game here. Whereas this, you could have stripped it down to its barest mechanics and it's just still, it's good.
Yeah, no, that sounds completely fair to me.
I was so good about stripping down to barest mechanics. I'm now wondering whether we could have a Thomas Was Alone turn-based tactics game.
Oh, I bet you could. I bet you that'd be pretty sound, actually.
I might float it to Mike Biffle.
Do it.
I think
he's probably so sick of you now. It's like he every idea.
He listens.
You're like, Mike.
Of
course he does.
Mike Biffle, bring us Halo 3? No, don't bring us Halo 3, Mike Biffle. Why don't you just go and make Half-Life 3 in the John Wick universe?
Yeah, do it.
But yeah, games. Okay, just to cover this, we're coming out like we have been celebrating games. And I just do we'll be going next couple of weeks, our games of the year and stuff like that. There won't be many spoilers on my side, trust me. And I do feel sorry for the likes of Hollow Knight and Hades that you should just go in any other year. Those two would have fought for the best of the best of the best in all the categories. In any other year. You probably got Kojima wins a ton. Divinity Original Sin 2, was it? Or no, Kingdom Come Deliverance or whatever it is. That probably would have won quite a few awards. But in 2025, in what's been an exceptional year, it's so weird to say there's this one. I know you're not been able to get into it, but to say there's this one just standout game that just goes above and beyond. It's just so bizarre in what has been such a strong year.
It really is strange, but I kind of get it as well, and I think on balance, both the other two that it was competing with, they're both sequels, and I know that that's not the same as film sequels, where they tend to be...
33rd in a series.
Yeah, I got that completely. That's like the Madness of King George III, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the third one. I kind of get it because Yeah, I mean, it's not the same as films, but they are still sequels, and as good and as polished and as, cool as they are more of the same thing that they already put in there. Whereas, Clair Obscur is very new. It's certainly got a totally different feel to it when you play it, like from most RPGs. So yeah, kudos to them.
One suggestion I have for you. Oh, I know you couldn't get into the game for whatever reason, because you're wrong. Okay.
That'll be the one, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever? This is something I'm going to talk loads more about, like in the Game of the Year stuff. But have you ever listened to? I'll just say Jeff Crammond's. It's not Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So, do you know how that you don't even need to have watched or read War of the Worlds or anything to get that how that story is told in the Jeff Wayne musical?
Yeah.
So the Clair Obscur soundtrack does that.
Right.
You could hear and feel the emotion through the soundtrack, and it tells the story through the soundtrack without any words. Like it's got some singing words, but it's doing it without any sort of like, here's a story. You just feel it come through. So I would recommend, if you get a chance, even if you don't play the game, try to just one day, if you've got nothing on, just sit there and have the soundtrack on. And you will get why people love this so much.
Right, okay. I'll give that a go. Also, that means I don't have to look at the lead character's weird Robert Pattinson rip-off face, which is a bit odd.
I can't remember if that's whether you're on about Ben Starr's character or Charlie Cox's character.
The one that you start with, the main guy you start with.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
But it's Jennifer English won the voice actor of the year for her portrayal of Mael. And fair play to her, she got up and she was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" and everything. And then sort of like represented the neurodiverse. Where's what neurodiverse people represent, basically, which is great.
Nice.
Felt seen. It's just
That's
I don't
really
think there's nothing bad about this game, and I'm just like, please don't turn out to all be a bunch of wrong'uns down the line or something, because everything about this game is heartwarming. Just they're getting up on stage, like the team, like the guys who won, like the woman and the guy who won the soundtrack award, was so nervous and reading from letters and so quiet, and that everyone just seems lovely that's involved, and I'm just like, yes, this is what it should be. People who they pretend like they all wore like French like outfits and stuff like that as a joke. I think they genuinely didn't believe they was going to get that many awards, so decided to wear these funny, like you can wear them in the game and that, but like stripy t-shirts and berets and everything as a kind of joke. And like every time they got up, you kind of got them in this French outfit kind of thing, and it's honestly lovely. It's so lovely to see.
That is very charming, to be fair.
And also Evanescence were there last night as well. Don't know why.
Were they?
Yeah, something to do with Devil May Cry's TV series.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Cool, that's going back a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, and they sang a song called Afterlife, which again made people think, even when the show was ending, people going, G-Man's going to turn up in a sec, he's going to interrupt, Jeff's walking off, it's the lights, no, oh God, it's over. That's a shame.
Oh, that would have been so rad. Yeah. Can you just imagine?
Well,
Wake up Mr. Freeman.
I can tell you exactly why they didn't reveal Half-Life 3.
Why is that?
At the Game Awards, because I can exclusively say we're finished now, Stu. So,
you're just as bad as they are. I was getting excited then, but yes, no Half-Life 3 announcement.
Could you imagine if we did get the exclusivity?
Well, about 20 people would know about it. That'd be it.
It'd be like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers way of introducing Half-Life 3, going like, you don't go through the front door smashing it open, you sneak it in.
Yeah, it'd be very, very viral. It'd be from the smallest icons. Exactly. Such heady heights. But yeah, no, I think that's it for this week. So, as usual, follow us on all the socials. Make sure you're checking out all the content on the website. Join us to chat on Discord if you fancy. And apart from that, until next week, stay safe and stay sane.